Dude, first-person shooters are hella stupid. All they gave you to fight with is matchlocks. And the Battle of Lepanto expansion was hella stupider. You spent 3 hours rowing a galley.
How much time would you say you're spending between work and recreation?
Like, research is my recreation, man. With all this work, I hardly have any time to relax.
I think it's time for you to change what you consider work and what you consider recreation.
Well, boss, that's kind of...
Do it or I'll fire your ass!
Okay, geez, I'm just trying to chill here.
What is up with the grad students today? They seem not quite themselves, maybe more aggressively themselves than usual.
You saw what was in your graduate students' hearts. 7 deadly sins.
I saw 3. Envy, pride, and sloth.
How do you feel about seeing them all together?
Pretty pissed off.
Ah, there's your 4th deadly sin. I would have loved to show you the other 3, but budgets around hell are tighter than at the NIH.
Oh, that's a shame. I was really hoping to have seen lust. Don't tell that one.
Oh, my lips are sealed. 3 visions of himself as a grad student. He still doesn't get it.
Hello, stranger. Do I know you?
You know me all too well, Dr. Faustus.
Joan, I was kidding. You've worked for me how many years? Anyway, how's the nematode experiment coming along?
I'm poking the nematodes as usual. Just the typical failures of an insignificant project.
Insignificant? Who says that?
You did? At our last meeting.
I did. Well, I didn't mean it. Anyway, we're really going to need your help with the RNA interference project over the next couple months.
Have you had a chance to look at the last draft of the paper I sent you?
Oh, okay, so after the big experiment...
I want to retweet your pieces
Look,
together.
I gotta go see a man about a horse right now.
And he goes, no, we should go to Macy's instead.
What?
blessed with a patient woman. Had to use that patience recently. Jack is more frantic than usual, more prone to sudden outbursts of temper, more mercurial.
You don't say. Well, we do have a big project coming up, some very bold stuff, you know. High risk, high reward. Of course, there are times I think the guy is off his gourd, but...
Well, that's all right. What are you doing here?
Oh, I was just...
I thought I told you never to interfere with my private life.
Jack, what's gotten into you?
Demon, out!
all right. I'm going. Gee.
Jack, what on earth has gotten into you? I've never seen you blow up at somebody like that.
Sorry, I've been under a lot of stress recently.
Tell me.
Oh, indigestion.
No.
Your persistent curiosity. Fine, it's just a midlife crisis.
Dorian Gray's midlife crisis. You act like you have an extremely ugly portrait hiding under a tablecloth.
Would you believe me if I told you you wouldn't understand?
No, I wouldn't believe you.
Would you believe me if I told you that I'd sold my soul to the devil?
That'd be pretty disturbing. No, Jack, I don't think you could do something like that.
No, I guess not.
You look like you could use some cheering up.
Ooh.
We have dance class tonight. Do you remember what we did last week?
Waltzes.
Well, tonight's Latin night. Let's practice before lunch, shall we?
Oh, well, dear,
Come on, it'll be fun. You need to let your hair down once in a while.
You'll lose her if you do these experiments.
Nah, we started editing the genome sequence years ago.
But not with a still developing fetus. We could have some sort of off-target effect that does God knows what.
I need this to be my legacy.
Yeah, to free humanity from this scourge of genetic illness forever.
A worthy goal, but at what cost?
Ah! Don't you care about the advancements of science?
Science is beautiful, but science is not moral. Science tells us light from dark, not right from wrong.
That's funny.
Ah, don't be so medieval. We've heard for centuries that the Randee were meant to know the secrets of God. And she intended us to be ignorant. We need to break the shackles that keep us from knowledge's pure light.
Well, what if those shackles are human beings? Do we just crush them also?
Ah, not crush them, enlighten them.
But can't we enlighten them more carefully, more ethically?
You don't have another 10 years. The experiments will work. Mephistopheles hasn't failed us yet.
Well, what if she's toying with us? Have you checked the hourglass?
If your time is up, go out with a bang. If you're damned already, what's the worst that can happen if the experiments are a snafu?
Well, what about your grad students? They could find themselves unemployable or under indictment.
At least they'll get their names on the nature papers.
All I want to do is discover the things that really matter.
Why does it have to be you that does this experiment, this time, this way?
I owe it to humanity to do this one last big thing.
That was this big thing.
You're marching on this noble.
Wait! What if I told you there's a loophole? You can get out of the contract at any time.
We're at the price of losing everything you gained.
Well said.
You don't get to become 25 again. You get to become a 50-year-old grad student who has to pass candidacy again. And for what? To get out of going to hell, which I might remind you. You don't believe exists.
Which half of you doesn't think exists?
Fine, which the intelligent half of you doesn't think exists.
But under the terms of the contract, your accomplishments would endure.
Could you, without Mephistopheles' help, Mr. Ancient Grad Student, Mr. Camp Boot Chicks, Mr. Where the last 23 years though, really endure the self-righteous sneers of professors younger than you?
But the scientific community would have discovered everything that you did.
And you wouldn't get any of that credit.
But now I've grown old. Where are we going to go from here?
Anywhere you want except for hell! Renounce the contract and
And I will always love you, no matter what happens.
Time for lunch?
I'll be right there. I'll meet you there.
Just listen to Sir Straight-Laced here. Embrace your salvation. What salvation is there in obscurity? Irrelevance and derision. You really think Helen would be impressed with a 50-year-old grad student?
Look, you haven't used Mephistopheles enchantments in decades, and yet she's still here.
Yeah, because you're a somebody.
Do you really think she's that shallow?
What if she's never seen me for what I really am?
Yeah, without the devil, you're a loser. You're a nobody. You're nothing.
That's not fair!
Nothing!
I'd rather be dead than nothing.
What else can I say? Nothing. Nothing.
Dearest Helen, now a lifetime of accomplishment comes down to this most fatal final throw of dice, which I do hope are loaded still. What tremors shake my soul? What frightful quakes like those that presses death and doom to Pompeii? Could I escape Vesuvius' maw, that doom that comes from out the depths of hell? Never. It would take a lengthy time for age, infirmity, and feebleness to do a job best left by pyroclastic flow. Satan will have me. This much I know. Is my condemnation to be meaningless? Is there to come from it no further good? No. No. I must in death beget new life and take whatever imprint I still can. I find comfort in this one simple, enduring thought, that in the ashes of Pompeii I will leave some knowledge in my wake, and thus preserve the glory that was Rome. Pressed on with those experiments, for I know full well they will unlock the gates of heaven or hell. Love, Jack, Faustus. Joan, what brings you here?
I came here to apologize.
What for?
For me. For everything. I wasted your time. I wasted your money. It burdened you immeasurably.
Oh, come on. Your work has been very rigorous, very thorough.
What is one thing I have accomplished as a grad student?
Well, there was the time that you... There was the...
Everyone forgets about me. If they remember me, it's as someone who used to be brilliant. Round about your second year, just became a burden on everyone. And when I'm gone, they're all gonna sigh and believe.
Gone? Gone where?
No, gone. Everywhere.
Get security here now. Well, I, for one, am not feeling relieved. It sounds like you're here to say goodbye.
I am.
Well, I'm not going to let you. Not like this. I wish you told me sooner that you were having these thoughts.
Never seemed like the right time.
Well, when does it seem like the right time to say that you have thoughts of suicide?
I don't know. I guess saying it out loud would freak people out.
Well, exactly. People like their friends, like their family, and it may even surprise you to hear this, your boss. And if we're freaked out, just hearing you talk about it, just imagine how freaked out we'll be if you actually go through with it.
You really think so?
I know so. Joan, you are in charge of the most demanding equipment. Do you know why that is?
Why?
Because you are a problem solver. You know that every problem has a solution if you can just find it.
Sure, I'm the problem solver, all right. There's one problem I can't solve.
What's that?
I took those damn bills.
I think there's a solution for that too. Just take as much time as you need.
Thank you.
I'm surprised you called the paramedic.
I'm surprised you asked me to.
You're the expert on sins and sinning. Why is suicide considered the worst sin of all?
To take one's life by one's own willing hand. 'Twas mortal sin as it destroyed the face of God.
Made a sin as it destroys the face of God. Or was this deadly sin condemned as the culmination of all the deadly sins? The wrath against the self, the sharpest envy directed at the joy of all the world that we ourselves can never hope to feel. Is it sloth to say that we drown in a sea of our own troubles, or proud to say that we drown on our own terms? A lust for death that overwhelms a lust for life, which perhaps by avarice surrenders to despair. And so, the sick were made to die in sin by theologians happy to condemn those that feel a darkness that can never fade.
You understand these feelings very well. Are they a weight that weigh upon your soul?
They are. My vast success has left me nothing more to gain in life, and those gains have left me feeling lost, unable to process the thought of losing them.
So is there any way that I can serve now that your life is so filled with stuff and yet so fully unfulfilling? Do you feel that life is just a heavy weight and desire no more to hold it up? Why then did you stop a person so intent to find fatal escape and yet extend not to yourself that same consideration? Am I getting through to you, son? Fine, then I'll put it simply and prosaically. You saved that woman's life and yet you don't care enough about your own. Is her life worth more than yours just because you're getting old?
No. Life is still that great adventure, with or without the shining accolades. Even for the most unaccomplished person, it comes too soon to its eternal close. There's no need to hasten death, while others seek a longer life in vain. And so I will live. Mephistopheles, there's one last favor that I ask of you. There's one burden that you could undo.
I am your servant. What do you desire?
Can you get me out of this contract?
Yes, but hurry up. Now just get on with
This
it.
won't get you in trouble.
Never mind that. Just say it. Say you want out. Damn you.
Patrick, now's not a good time. Patrick, I thought you were looking after that first batch of genome editing experiments.
That's what those experiments were about?
Yes, why?
The mothers we were injecting the patients, their children were stillborn.
Oh my God. All 80 of them?
No, only the first 4 that were closest to term. The surgeon stated 1, but the doctor said they've never seen types that small.
No, this is impossible. You must have ordered the wrong proteins, or Jackie made the wrong blocks of DNA. Do you have any idea what was writing on these experiments?
I do now.
Oh, well, we've got to move and get them quick before the other 76 mothers come to term.
Wait, you mean we're not stopping the study?
No, we can't! We've come too far. We owe it to those 4 children to not let their lives go down in vain.
But we have no idea what's wrong. We have to stop this, sir. We have to stop. Rachel Maddow's calling me! What do I tell her?
I think so. Just go out there and tell them I'm coming.
Me? No, not under life. If they find out that I was overseeing these procedures and that we're not stopping the experiment?
The experiments are over. I suggest you take the back exit.
This wasn't supposed to happen yet.
Not yet.
Yes, Patrick was supposed to walk in when the contract was over, but you still had 3 minutes to...
Let the procrastinator beware. Mephistopheles, you cheated on our bet. I'll deal with you later. As for you, Faustus, buddy boy, the deal is over. The extended warranty is no more. This equipment has been discontinued, and it is impossible to get replacement parts.
The hour of damnation's at hand. I'll do anything to avoid it.
You're too late. Why, you were too late months ago. I gave you an extension as part of the bet with Mephistopheles there to see if you would actually go through with those experiments. And both of you just lost.
You lied to me about the experiments.
The contract was up. Even if I had said no, would you have listened?
I might have.
Yes, you might have, when I'm the only being on earth you trust. Well,
Mephistopheles, may I ask you one final question? Everything we did together, all our achievements, the marriage, the discoveries, the accomplishments of a lifetime, would I have gotten that far if I hadn't sold my soul?
you'll never know. I'm sorry.
Well, summon your demons or whatever and bring me down to hell.
Demons? Nothing so primitive. Oh, there'll be no dragging off with demons here. The worst demons are those you cannot see. I might keep you on this earth for a long, long time. You might not even face death in a natural lifetime.
My damnation is eternal life?
Maybe eternal, maybe just very long. You'll find out.
At least I have a woman who still loves me.
I doubt that.
Helen was the only woman I ever loved.
She was the only person you ever loved. You never even loved yourself.
At least I'll have my love of knowledge.
If you have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all knowledge and all wisdom, but do not have love, what are you?
Nothing.
Exactly! Nothing! And in that nothingness you will face the shame alone, and you will face the derision alone, and you will face being a cautionary tale alone. And then you will beg for the mercy of obscurity.
None of this will bother me. Why do you think this will bother me?
Despite the fact you sold your soul, you never really lost your conscience. If you were a complete bastard, a long life under these circumstances wouldn't bother you at all. But you've grown, matured into this punishment. Hellfire is mere child's play compared to the pain you'll feel that you can never escape.
What's that?
The exquisite torture of your own mind. To know what you tried to achieve and failed while ruining the lives of those who trusted you. To wonder whether you could have accomplished as much without paying such enormous costs. And now I leave you alone with your thoughts. Welcome to